starting pitcher?
What's that?
When you got the word that who the starting pitcher was, what was your reaction?
For Jake?
Yes.
Oh yeah, really excited. I was hoping he was going to start game one, but John Lester will do that for the Cubbies. But we're fired up for Jake, always are, and just so proud of what he's been able to accomplish.
What does that do for your program to have someone on the biggest stage?
Well, I think it's number one. It's an awesome thing for college baseball to have so many great college players. Chris Bryant, among others, in that series. But certainly for our program, it gives us more and more exposure, and proves the fact that if you can get to TCU and follow the path, as we kind of like to say, and a lot of things have to go your way, but certainly being a successful major league player is definitely within your reach.
Jake's a guy that's come back to and given back to the program, been a part of it. Tell folks a little bit about, what that's been like and how that relationship has continued even after that.
That's the great thing about TCU. I think all the way across the board, and Fort Worth. It's not just a school, but it's the city where people want to come back and stay or spend time, or for a lot of our guys live. And so, Jake is. Anytime he can get here, he does. He loves to spend time with our pitchers. That's his favorite thing. And so, I have pictures of him last year before the alumni game with all of our pitchers sitting on the ground, and the Cy Young winner, talking pitching, just in a casual conversation. And the common thing they all have among them is their horn frogs. So it's a phenomenal statement, and one that I'm really proud of.
You remember about him from the first time you saw him, before he got here to the time, how he's developing to now?
Yeah, just a tireless worker. I know you can say that about a lot of great players, but he doesn't smile much, and so I always had to spend more time trying to loosen him up a little bit than amp him up, because he was always, he's a guy that if 10 reps were good, then 25 must be better, and that's not always the case. I think he's learned that, especially with age, but he was a joy to coach, and you knew he had greatness in him. I also had a chance to coach him on the USA team when we won a gold medal in Cuba, and David Price was the #1 starter, and Jake was the #2, and they had a pretty fierce competition all summer long as well. So you knew if he could stay healthy, he was going to have success in the big leagues.
As a baseball guy, what do you think of this matchup? Take Jake out of the mix, but just Cubs, Indians, historic.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think I saw somewhere the other day last year the Cubs have spent, if you look at the length of the contracts, $440 million in free agency, and the Indians have spent 14. So it's a good contrast, although they both have great farm systems. I know people in the front offices really well, both places. Francona and Joe Madden have also been really nice to me personally and giving me time around them, and so it's going to be a great series. Great contrast, but there's also a lot of similarities between both those organizations.
Good for baseball.
It's awesome for baseball. I heard the commissioner say this morning, one of the challenges for baseball is to have people stay interested when their teams are eliminated, and I think we have that going on all across big league baseball.
Which game will you be at?
I got to coach my own team, and I'm not missing the Tech football game. I'm trying to get up there for Sunday, if possible. If there's a game 5, we'll see.
Prediction? Series prediction?
I'm hoping it goes 7 games, that's for sure. We also have Scott Atchison, a former player who I didn't coach, who's coaching on the Indians. But with Jake on the Cubbies, I'll certainly be flying the W every chance they get.
Thank you.